You've joined me today on Project Pre-War for a bit of tinkering on the front wheel, namely the bearings. Now, when I bought this bike from Bewley, I had to disassemble it to fit it in the car, which necessitated removing the front wheel. And when I got it home, I did put it back together again, but noticed that there was a pronounced play, a rocking movement from side to side in the front wheel, which I was pretty sure wasn't there when I bought the bike, which meant trouble with the front bearings. So, as the bike needs a full going through anyway and a thorough overhaul, I just today have decided to have a look at it and see why it was loose. Now, first things first, what came to my attention, that is the wheel nut to secure the bike to the frame, to the front forks, and this is the bearing cone, which is quite unlike the later Rally Industries cones with the flats on them and a lock nut. As you can see, it's stepped, and this stepped portion engages with a recess in the front fork to lock the wheel in place. Well, to secure the wheel, not strictly speaking lock it in place, but to secure the wheel, so that to remove and replace the wheel you have to pull the forks apart slightly just for it to clear this step. So there is no sign of any lock nut, which I can see has caused it to come loose. However, that is on the right hand side of the bike, the chain wheel side. Yes, it is, that's correct. So this, as we are looking at it now, is the right hand side, chain wheel side of the bike. Just looking at this, I've not actually given it much thought yet as to how it will be secured putting it back together. I'm not very good at multitasking, so I will have to give that some thought, but I don't think there's anything missing. This cone is in pretty good order, actually. They're quite often pitted, these cones, from where the bikes have been standing. The bearings have dried out and corrosion has taken hold, but that it's got quite a nice slightly dull but working surface there that you can see, and there is no real sign of corrosion or damage, so that's good. I'm pleased with that. And it's looking the same for the bearings. If I can get these out without them falling to the ground. I really need to rig up some sort of camera stand holder so that I can have both hands free for jobs like this, really. The fact that these are sticking to the tweezers when I let go is a good sign. That shows they are greasy. So we just carefully pick those out, place them in the bowl so they don't go AWOL. Now, looking at my Rally Industries owner's maintenance manual, which is a post-war edition. It says there are 20 ball bearings in the front hub, which is 10 either side. And I think I've got all those out of there. Seems like it. I do have plenty of new ones anyway, but let's just count these. There should be 10. If that is the correct number for pre-war, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10. So I'll just double check that. I'll do it in threes, groups of 3 to make it easier. 3, 6, 9, 10. Excellent. I will clean these up, but you know what, for the cost of a new bag of bearings, which we're talking pence really, probably just renew them. But I will clean them up anyway, just to examine them out of interest. So that axle is now loose, so we shall go round to the other side. As you can see, I've not made any attempt to clean the front hub just yet. Oh gosh. There's the brake gubbins there. This is quite exciting. Just carefully remove that. Aha. Well, I never, look at that. Oh, I've lost 2. Blast. I should be able to find them. I can see one of them there. I'll have to find them. My word, what a piece of engineering. That is the internals of the front hub brake, and I'm very pleased to see plenty of lining material left. No doubt that's some asbestos compound. They were made of asbestos in those days, which incidentally, dangerous though it can be, it does make for excellent brake linings. I'm just admiring this fabulous design. This is like a bit like a car brake drum in miniature. You've got a pivot, the pivot there, so that's the anchor point there for the frame, and then this lever here actuates the brake. So if we just press that, see if yeah, gosh, look at that. Fantastic. So I'll clean that up, carefully lubricate all these pivoting parts. I've never ever seen inside one of these before. Look at that, riveted shoes, riveted brake linings. That's amazing. Still working after all this time. Right, well, what an ingenious design. So the bearings on the brake side are actually within or behind the brake drum, because there's the other cone you see, which is very, very well oiled. I don't think we're going to have any problems with that. So that's on a thread there. There's a lock nut there, and some flat for I'm imagining a cone spanner, but perhaps I don't need to disturb that. We'll see when I reassemble it. LB103. Oh yeah, just a word of caution. Don't get oil on the brake linings, of course, or actually the brake surface. That is looking pretty good to me. You know, considering its age and unknown provenance, I'm pretty pleased. What a really nice design. So I shall clean all that up, including the spokes and the rim and the exterior of the hub, with a bit of very fine wire wool. I'll clean all that up, and with the paraffin on the toothbrush to remove all the old oil and grime, and I'll pop it all back together again. So that's where I'm up to with project pre-war. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.